Here's something backwards about the universe. Broken eggs never unbreak themselves. Coffee cools down but never heats itself back up. And your room gets messier but never spontaneously cleans itself. There's an arrow of time pointing in one direction only. And it's not because of physics or gravity. It's because the universe fundamentally prefers disorder. This is entropy. Before we head on to this, click subscribe to discover more science facts like this. Let's move on. You might think entropy is just a measure of messiness or disorder. More disorder equals higher entropy. Lower entropy means more organized. So the second law of thermodynamics says entropy always increases, which means the universe always gets messier. That sounds right, but it's not actually what entropy is measuring. Here's what's actually happening. Entropy is not about messiness. Entropy is about the number of ways a system can be arranged at the microscopic level. That's it. The more ways something can be rearranged and still look the same macroscopically, the higher its entropy. Think about a coffee cup. When you pour hot coffee into cold water, the molecules are initially separated. Hot ones over here, cold ones over there. That's one very specific arrangement. But as they mix, the hot and cold molecules get jumbled. Now there are billions of trillions of different ways those molecules can be arranged, and they all look like warm coffee. The number of possible arrangements exploded. That's entropy increasing. Here's why it's backwards. The universe doesn't want order. The universe is just exploring possibilities. If you have 1,000,000 ways for molecules to be disordered, and one way to be perfectly organized, it's 1,000,000 times more likely to be disordered, just by random chance. It's not a rule. It's just statistics. Imagine you have a box of 1 billion gas molecules. There's exactly one way for all of them to be bunched in the corner. But there are roughly 10 raised to the power of 30 billion ways for them to be spread evenly throughout the box. If molecules move randomly, they'll almost certainly end up spread out. Not because of a law, because there are so many more ways to be spread out. This is why broken eggs don't unbreak. Not because it's impossible, not because of physics forbidding it. It's just so monumentally unlikely. There are approximately 10 raised to the number of atoms in the egg, different ways for the egg to be broken. There's maybe one way for it to be unbroken. The odds aren't just against you. They're absurdly, incomprehensibly against you. This is also why time has a direction. Entropy provides the arrow. We experience time flowing forward because entropy is increasing. In 1,000,000,000,000 years, entropy will be even higher. And at the beginning of the universe, entropy was incredibly low, which is weird. Why did the universe start so organized? We don't know, but it did. And that's why the universe wants disorder, because it doesn't. It's just doing statistics, and disorder wins every time.